Oh my word, straight away, look at this. Wow. Well, this is absolutely phenomenal. Welsh oak trees. Oh dear. Well, I'm not going to move very far for the next half hour. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. It's midday. It's about 2 minutes past midday, but I don't know if you can see that morning mist and rain is still clinging. Oh, I've got to get on with this. Come on, before it... Just look at this. It's phenomenal. I think this is some of the best woodland photography, or at least some of the best opportunities I've had. It is amazing. The depth I'll get here, just right in there. Look in there. Oh, dear me. Oh look, it's lifting now. That's what, about 5 or 6 minutes I had there to rattle off a few shots. Oh, that was absolutely amazing. Right, deep breath. And now let's look for a few more compositions in this woodland. I don't think it's going to come back unless it rains again, but this woodland is honestly something else. I've now got pockets of light just on some of these trees. Depth, and actually the mist is still there slightly in the background. I think this is the greatest woodland photography session I've had so far, and I've only been here about 10 minutes. Amazing. I've got this tree stump in the centre, I've got an oak tree left and right side, and the depth with some mist behind. Phenomenal. There is a whole woodland photography book in this, I don't know, few hundred square metres of oak woodland. My breath's taken away. Amazing. So an hour ago I'd parked up somewhere else and I was thinking, is it going to be worth it today? It was bucketing down. So I took a short break, popped to a supermarket, and I thought, I'm going back out because the rain had stopped. And I chose this location, and it's one of the greatest photography decisions I think I've ever made. I'm blown away. This character here, branches fallen over, lovely natural curves in the oak there. It's back towards the light, but it's subdued, so let's give it a go. What a scene. We're about 20 minutes in at least, and the mist is actually still clinging in there. And look at this scene in front of us. There's some broken branches on the floor, then there's some separated oaks behind, giving us some depth back into the last of that morning cloud. Honestly, this is just amazing. I'm just checking back in. Sorry about that, it was so exciting. This is a phenomenal woodland. Just look all around. I've just been chatting to a couple who are out on their daily walk or on their walk, and they were saying there's more of this woodland, but this is probably the most intense and interesting bit, but there is more, so I'll keep wandering. But honestly, I've come about 250 metres, that's all, and it is, well, as you can tell, I'm just amazed. Absolutely brilliant. About half an hour in, and some of the mist and cloud has moved back into amongst the trees. Oh, I'm blessed with this one. Dear me. When people say or ask me, what do you get out of photography? Well, I'm sorry, if your soul and your heart and your well-being isn't touched upon and improved by something like this, then our brains work differently. Incredible. They're such posers. Even a simple framing of the footpath. There's two, one left and right. They're meeting in the centre. That's the composition I'm looking for. I'm actually almost in tears here. It's just phenomenal. And there's like a section like this. There's some light coming through. Look, it's only a light softbox, but it's just throwing some light across the grasses at the base of these oak trees. Got my zoom on. I might put my wide on. Let's see. Let's get both. Nature is truly amazing because each of these oak trees, and it's all oak I think, but each of these oak trees knows it has to be a certain distance from its neighbour in order to survive and thrive, and that's what's happened across this whole hillside. They're all a reasonable distance from each other, but for a photographer that is fantastic because it means you're getting separation between the base of each tree. You can move around a few feet and there's a composition, and it is stunningly beautiful. I may have said this, but I'm blown away at the moment. Incredible. Well, it's chucking it down again, but actually here under the oak trees nature's providing some reasonable cover, and still the scenes are stunning. I think I've used that word a few too many times in this session, but there we go. I have no idea if I can make any sense of the shapes and the patterns here, whether I can find any separation and compositions, but what a scene there is. And at the centre there's going to be a really twisted oak tree, just behind that big one, sort of right of the big tree on the left. So that's going to be the focus point. But what a scene. Despite the rain, look, there's another pocket of light just in the centre of that collection of oak trees. Because of the rain, but the warm air, the mist is returning a little and clinging within this woodland. Honestly, this is woodland photography in Welsh Oak woodlands at its very best. I just need to keep wandering as the light and this light cloud mist is constantly changing and moving around. This is amazing. This is life and photography, or photography life at its best. So even though it's raining now, I think this outing does prove that thing we always say, you know, you've got to be in it to win it. If you go home too early, whether it's a sunset or a mountainside, or like this woodland, if you go home too early, you may miss something phenomenal. And that's what happened today. I was out, I found this oak woodland, there was mist, there are more characters than I can cope with, probably in 100 outings. It's remarkable. Fantastic find.